Hello eBay. Just going to talk to you today about the Go bag. There's quite a lot of talk about these at the moment. Everyone's got their own take on what you should put in and what you shouldn't, what you need, what you don't need. I've just sort of trawled through YouTube, trying to get all the best bits out of each video. This is obviously a UK Go bag, so with the weapons laws in the UK, if you're looking for a submachine gun or a pump action shotgun, this is not the bag. You won't find one in here. Bit of a shame, but it's the way it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the bag, show you what I've got, why I think I need it. Take from it what you want. Some of it you might say it's a load of rubbish, I don't need that. Some of it you might think it's not a bad idea. So anyway, let's just get started. What I've tried to do is, this bag is firstly the bag was off eBay. It's a tactical bag, it's a 65 litre bag, and it's obviously got different compartments in. If you're thinking of doing a Go bag, I would definitely get one with different compartments, because you'll find that each section is probably easier to get to if you need to. So like I've got my food section here, I've got my first aid section, I've got my wet weather section, I've got my clothes, and I've got bits and bobs in there. So otherwise, if you just got a rucksack and everything chucked in, you'll be dragging everything out. It could be raining, you're going to get everything wet. You're just going to make your life a lot easier if you've got a sort of a tactical bag. This isn't an army orientated video either. This is just purely a self-sufficient grab and go. If I've got more time, if something happens and I've got more time, then I'll chuck all sorts in the car. But this is practically just a run in the house, grab and go. So I'll just go through it quickly what I've got in there. Right, so obviously torch, self-explanatory. It's also quite a heavy torch as well, so you could use it as a weapon if you had to. That's that. Got some carabines here. These aren't for climbing. These are purely, the way I'm thinking is, say there's been an explosion or a bomb's gone off or a load of buildings have collapsed. I might have to lower this bag up and down for whatever reason, so I need these. I could attach a cord to these, lower them down, or I could climb up something and then pull this up behind me. This is quite heavy, this as well. I'd rather have a bit more weight and take more with me than I can chuck stuff away as I'm going. I don't know what situation I could possibly in, so I'd rather take too much than be in a situation where I can say, oh, I don't need that, I'm going to chuck that, or I need this. So I've also not packed this completely as well, purely for the reason I might find something on the way I need, or I might want to take my coat off, or you don't know. I'd rather have a bit more give, a bit more give in the bag. So anyway, we'll start at the bottom here. Start the best bit, food. There's loads of different ways you can do food. You can get pre-packed food, self-heating food. It's quite an expensive way of doing it. I've tried to do this bag also as well on a bit of a budget to make it a bit more appealing. So a lot of this stuff is not expensive stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the bag and I'll put it in front. I'll bring this out bit by bit. So first of all, I've got a stove. It's a mini stove. It's about £8 off eBay again. I went for a UK based one. A lot of them are based in Hong Kong and all that. I didn't really want to get one from abroad. Basically, if I need this, I want it to work. So I don't want it blowing up in my face. So as you can see, it's quite small. It's got an ignition switch there. It's fine. I've had it going. It's brilliant. Boiled water in about 4 minutes. A kettle of water. So that's that. I'm not going to start this that way. The gas canister for that. I've wrapped it up in all my clothes, so I don't want it obviously getting dented or puncturing. Next thing here. This is just little kits that I've made up. Just a mess tin. This is actually called a festival kit. They're off Amazon. They're about £8 or £9. What you do is you get a couple of mess tins in it. And you get knife, fork and spoons for, like I say, it's all cheap as chips. A couple of mess tins for when you're cooking on. You get this little stove with it as well. Now, I've put this in only because I got it with the kit, and also I'm thinking if something happens to the gas stove, I could still, if I had to, cook with this. Like I say, you get all this in the kit. You've got your fire lighters there. I bought some extra fire lighters. These will burn for quite a while. It'd be slow cooking with it, but if you had to, I suppose you would do. So that's that. Like I said, a little sponge, some hand sanitizer, everything packed nice and tight. Obviously space is a premium. So a little fishing kit. I'm not great at fishing, but I have done it. Fishing kit, then a couple of quid off eBay. A lot of this stuff is off eBay. That's that. Now, as with food again, I've just got, even though it's the heaviest option, it's the quickest option as far as I'm concerned. I've gone for some tins, like tin steak, a couple of tins, spam. I'm also looking as well at how long stuff lasts. So when you are buying stuff, I mean spam, you'll get a couple of years out of spam. And then I've just done a little kit bag here with just more food in. So I mean, we've got all sorts in there. Now, some of the long stuff, this Kendal mint cake, I don't know how people stomach that. So I've just put food in here that I want to eat, but also got a long life on it. So we've got all sorts in here. This is very quick to cook as well, as long as you've got water. There's loads of mug shots, pasta, different flavours, this, that and the other. Some couple of tins of tunas, couple of years on them. Just stuff that's really quick to cook. You don't know what situation you're going to be. You won't have time to sit down and start trying to plan a 3-course meal, so just be as quick as you can. Also in here as well, you know, some little treats. Why slum it? Why do you need to slum it? So coffees all in one, pound shop. No, you don't. Then you've got all sorts in here. Your salt, peppers, some little sauces, chocolate. You know, treat yourself. And little things like really pick you up if you're feeling down. I've got some more water purification tablets there. These are dotted all over the bag, these water purification tablets. The reason being, I really don't want to lose them. If I drag something out for some other reason, or I'm having you don't know, someone could try and grab your bag off you. You're having a tug of war with it, things could fall out. So, like I say, I'm just trying to think of every situation really to make my life a bit easy. So let's get them out of the way there. Right, now I'm going into the middle of the bag here. So yeah, again, this isn't deer stuff. This a little kettle. You can fit 2 full cups of fluid in here, say. You know, and when you buy stuff like this, start ramming other things in it. You're gonna need a smaller bag, otherwise. You know, and when you're having your brew, have a biscuit. Why not? Perk you up. So some in there, just some little straws, little stick things on from I forget now, Costa or something. But you know, just stir your brew with. You can just chuck them, and some wet wipes in there. Little thing like that. You know, 5 minutes set it up. You've got a brew, you've got a biscuit, and you're on your way again. Right. What I've got in here, you tend to find when you're making these bags up, your mind starts running all over the show. And every time you walk in the shop, I know my wife's absolutely sick of me talking about it, but you start looking at everything. Well, do I need that in a go bag? Whereas you didn't used to think like that. So, and you end up getting loads of bits and bobs. Now, like I say, you might think this is ridiculous, but these are little things that I think I possibly need this. So I'll just go through this quickly. So stuff like that. Just wrap around all that. Hand sanitizer, a separate set, just ready readers. I wear glasses, but this might sound ridiculous, but you might need it. Face paint, camouflage face paint. You could be in a situation where, imagine an anarchy sort of situation. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? You can always chuck it. Some black tape. Tape's always handy. You can fix anything with tape. Lighter. Like I say, again, I do have a firebox, but I do have lighters everywhere else as well. And this could save your life, these lighters, especially if you're freezing. So that's that side. There's all sorts of bits and bobs in it. Little sewing kit. You could, your trousers or something like that, it's raining, you just want to fix it. Just make your life easier. It doesn't weigh anything. This was made up of I had about 3 or 4 sewing kits just from pound shops, and it's made my own. You tend to find that with a lot of kits that you buy pre-made kits. They'll have a lot of junk in there you want to use. So you don't have to use their stuff. You can just make your own up as you go along. Batteries, obviously, you're going to go through tons of these. So buy some decent ones. Don't buy rubbish ones. It's just more weight and not going to last. So also as well, I've got quite a lot of battery powered stuff. A couple of reasons why. So unless you're really going to spend on solar or wind up, don't bother with it because it's rubbish. You need to really spend if you're going to use that. Otherwise, use batteries. I've tried to keep mine all to double A's and treble A's as well. Obviously, other than that, because if you've got loads of different batteries, you use 9-volt batteries or all other sorts of batteries, you just more spares you need. So I've just tried to keep the batteries to a minimum type. And I've got other bits and bobs in here, so stuff like this, walking along, just want a bit of a pick me up, I will suck in a lollipop, why not? Earplugs. You could be in a situation where you get evacuated from an area and you're all, you could be all shipped up in a school hall or something like that, or a leisure centre. It happens, when disasters happen all over the world. So you could be in a situation where you're surrounded with other people. Trying to get sleep, you need sleep. If you need sleep and you're with other people, you're going to probably need a set of them. More batteries. Chewing gum, just freshen up as you go in. More batteries. I just take these up because just to stop. I don't want anything metal going across them up. Another couple of lollies. Like I say, take off this as what you want. Toothpaste, toothbrush. This is one of the last things I packed. I couldn't believe it. If you get toothache, you're knackered. So you need to really take care of your teeth, even if it was just for a couple of days. So definitely toothpaste and toothbrush. Toilet paper. Why not have these little luxuries? What else are you going to do? Other things in here. I've got a Willband radio, so it's also got shortwave on as well, which is brilliant. I've got some paracord. There's a multitude of uses for paracord. I'm actually going to get a roll of paracords with more paracord on. I don't think that's enough. That was from me off at eBay, what, 3 or 4 quid, something like that. But there's loads of uses for that, lowering stuff up, picking stuff. You can make up as you go. So there's loads of uses for that. Little catapult. I don't know. Are you going to use it? Are you not? It doesn't weigh anything. You might be in a situation where you have to try and start hunting. I mean, this is obviously it sounds ridiculous, but you don't know, do you? You just chuck it. I just chucked it in. Thermal blankets. These are £1 from the pound shop. They'll keep you warm. You might need it. It's also very obviously highly reflective. People, if you want to be seen, this is the sort of thing you're going to need. Now, the biro and a permanent marker. Now, the permanent marker. I was thinking about this. Why would you need a permanent marker? You could be in a situation where you need to leave the house immediately or leave somewhere else immediately for whatever reason. I can rip a couple of pictures off one of my walls and write a message to someone. Or there's loads of uses why you might need a permanent marker. So I'm probably going to get a bigger one or two of them. Right, that's that. Let's go into the next little bit. In the middle, we're in this middle section at the moment. I'm just going to start pulling stuff out and just showing that I've got a bottle of water and a cup. There's a few. I've gone for water purification more than actually taking water. I've got 2 bottles of water to get me going. It's a tricky one, water, really, because until you're settled in camp or you've set up some sort of base and you're actually found, sourced where you're going to get your water from, I'm going to take a chance with the water. It's just too heavy. There's a bottle for when I do get set up. I can start sourcing my own water and storing it. I've got a load of clothes in here. I've also got the water bottle as well. Sorry, the propane bottle. I'll just show you this. So this how much was this? This was £4 from a camping shop. I'll take that off there. Just a little bit impressed with this. So basically, you're cooking for about 13, 14 quid. So this is why I've gone for gas in the end. Now you're going to get about, according to the guy in the shop, you're going to get about an hour and a half out of that bottle. They do smaller bottles which will last about, depending on what type of burner you've got, you'll get about an hour out of them. You can cook quite a lot in an hour if you're only cooking sort of small packet food. So let's go like that. Come on. Bingo! You're cooking. So I'm quite impressed with that for the money. Get that off there. Okay. A few more things. Pound shop. A shelter. A full shelter for £1. Can you believe it? It's probably rubbish, but I could, even if I was in another, if I was just in a hall, so I could sleep in that. I do have a pop-up tent which lives with my bag. So, but I'm not showing you today, but it's just a small pop-up tent which will hold two people. Like that. Right, here I've got photocopies of all my documents, so birth certificates, marriage licence, actually I might leave that here, no, birth certificate, driving licence, all my identification. I've got all my kids' identification as well, just copies of everything. If everything's lost, I imagine it'd be quite difficult to prove who you actually are. So that's why I've done that. There's also money in there as well. There's probably only about 300 quid at the moment. I don't know. You gonna need money? Don't know. You might do. So I'll put some more money. I'll have to put some more in there. Just a few other bits and bobs to go now. Some underwear, spare underwear, scarf. Right. Okay. So let's go on to these other bags here now. That is a small fold away. It looked rubbish, to tell the truth, but when I put it all together, it's sort of pickaxe stroke shovel. It's quite sturdy. It was about £6 off eBay, and it's all telescopic as well. So it's about that big when it's put together. You could dig out a car that was snowed in or something like that. That's another thing as well with these bags. Just you have to bear in mind what type of year. It needs changing periodically throughout the year. There's no point having 60 fleeces in a bag and it's summertime. You're not going to need them. So try and move with the seasons with your bag. First aid kit. Everyone's is going to be different. It depends on your ailments. You're going to have to bear in mind. You're going to imagine it's 3 days. Well, I try and plan for more than that. So obviously, if you're asthmatic or something like that, you're going to need to take your inhalers. I'm not, but we had quite a lot of first aid stuff hanging around the house, and stuff from operations and bits and bobs. So I basically put completely my own together. There is a lot of painkillers in here. There's tramadol. There's all sorts. I've put quite a lot of painkillers. You don't know what's going to happen if you're in a go bag situation. I hope I'm never going to have to use this. this is just a purely, if you're grabbing a go bag, something's really gone wrong, isn't it? So I'd rather be more prepared than not. So there's bandages, there's waterproof plasters, there's some quite big ones. You know, I'm not going to do open heart surgery with this, but this is purely to help myself or someone else if I can do. So anyway, I'd have a think about that. I'd definitely have a good think about the first aid kit before you start packing it. Right, this is the fire section. So I've got stuff like this. WD-40 drives out moisture. It's extremely flammable. That was it's only very small as well. Don't hardly weighs anything. I've got freezer bag, some tea lights. You know, you'll get an hour, hour and a half, something like that of tea lights. They do other tea lights that last about 5 or 6 hours. It might be a bit of comfort. If you're in a go bag situation, is the power on? Probably not. So, you know, just a bit of comfort at night while you're settling down. You don't hardly weigh anything. This is obviously making fires. This is just something I've just put together. Now, everyone's going to be different and everyone's going to have their own take on what you should have in these things, but I would definitely get yourself one of these. Forget your waterproof matches. This will light all day long. So, you know, just for set the table on fire. So I'd definitely get one of them magnesium strips fire lighters off eBay. They vary in price. They're not much. I'd get a couple if anything. Lighters again. Cotton wool weighs nothing. It goes up like a bomb when you put a spark to it. You can light that just off that. Great for starting a fire. And then just some barbecue. You know, if fires, they're the white blocks just for starting fires. Again, they don't weigh anything. The cheapest chips from the pound shop. You might not need it. You might not need to start making fires and all that. But on the other hand, I'd rather, you know, you better be prepared. So that's the main bit. They're the two side panels. The bottom bit. The last bit I've got is just in the top of the bag. Yeah, again, some more energy bars, a hat, poncho, pound. Keep you dry. You pay anything to stay. I pay anything to stay dry. I should pay more than £1 really. But anyway, you get the picture. Right, just another couple of things. On the front, on the straps on the bag, I've attached a whistle on here as well. This is one of this again. I think they were about £4 for 2 of them, and it's a dual frequency one, and it's the one thing that you use them on the lifeboats. You could be trapped somewhere, or you could be being attacked, or we don't know what situation you're going to be in. So you might need that. I've got a torch there. This is just attached to one of them things. I can just take it off when I want. It's just because your hands tend to go here when you're walking along, so it's just there. You can just turn it off. This here, because we're in the UK and they're absolutely petrified of weapons, you're very limited to what you can get. Now, I found this on YouTube. And what it's called is criminal identifier. Basically, because you can't get pepper spray, which would be ideal, what this does, this projects a red gel up to 4 meters as well, and it's on YouTube if you have a look. And it takes about 7 days to it absolutely coats the person who's attacking you, or the person you want to identify as a criminal, in this red gel. And I just thought it was quite good when I was looking at it, because even if it doesn't really do anything, it didn't really hurt him, it was going to stun him or put him off. I might just give you a few vital seconds just to get the old torch out. But no, if you wanted to run off, you know, if you wanted to make a quick escape, I've just got that on there. Would I use it? Don't know. So So anyway, that's about it. Oh, just one last thing. I wouldn't skimp on one of these. It's a utility, a multi tool. I gone for the Gerber one. These are on Amazon at the moment, reduced from 50 quid to about 20 odd quid, and it's brilliant value. It's dead well made, and it's got everything on there that you need. I would definitely get one. It's got absolutely everything on: scissors, a knife, pliers. There's just a multitude of things. And bear in mind, if you were living out this bag, stuff's going to be breaking all the time. So I mean, I would definitely get a decent one of them. They do cheap ones. It will fall to bits. You're wasting your money. Sorry, there's another little bags here. So head torch. Head torch. Hands free. That's what you want, isn't it? If you don't want to be, you don't really want to be using a torch. You want hands free. Lollipops and bits of treats and this, that, and the other, and just things to perk you up just while you're on the move. Like I say, there's a lot in here. It's not like when you put it on, it's not unbearable. You know, I'd be quite comfortable hiking along for an hour with it. I don't know, you could start dumping stuff as you go along. I'd rather have that decision, have that choice really, than getting somewhere and thinking, why didn't I pack that? So, the only thing that's left to go in here is I want a map, a detailed map of the local area. And I also just need a water pump for filtering out just bits and bobs from water, from reservoirs, this and the other, so it's ready to be sterilised. Other than that, I think that's about it. Okay, hope you enjoyed that and I hope you found it some use. Thank you.